Hello, and welcome to my first match of Season 46 in the Dominion League. Here with Marcus. Already looking good for me. I have 2 here. Pretty interesting board. Trove should be pretty good here. There's just a lot of stuff that can use the golds. Vineyard's reasonable, though I think maybe you just... maybe you just like accumulate horses and do a lot of squirreling. I mean, that could play into Vineyard, of course. You can also Bishop Golds. Trying to think. I think I would like another supplies. I mean, I don't really want it to... This is a little annoying that the recruiter missed, but what can you do? I will get a second recruiter, certainly. So here I'll be able to afford that. F4? 4 isn't so good. I could trigger as well. Which, okay, I didn't draw those, so that's not so good. But I didn't really have... I feel like I'm a little behind now, just on bottom decking stuff, more or less. Not that I'm out of it, but I probably am behind by a turn. So, we'll see. Would have maybe thought about getting the Troves. I think I gotta play the recruiter. I don't. I mean, at some point you need the Trove. Where that point is, I'm not sure. Maybe one more recruiter and then the Trove. Or a Trove. Probably need 2 Troves. I'm trying to think how big this all gets. kind of expect a trove now for Marcus. Yeah, those buys look good to me. I don't think I'm going to have. Oh, geez. I didn't really want to lose the horse, especially, but. There's going to be a bit of a. I mean, they have the silver to trash. That's why they have the villagers right now. Supplies are still pretty okay. We may just not be at a point where we're doing the horses as whatever as squirrels. Still do feel pretty solidly behind here. I wonder if you go Trove Recruiter or what. It's really pretty interesting board. I felt very good, but then I mean that's always the thing, right? If you're maybe I shouldn't have taken the supplies in the opening. I could believe that as well. Because you have pouch, so it's pretty easy to pick them up. I could fully believe that. They just have enough tempo here that I think it'll be pretty tough. One thing I did consider when I had $4 at the end of last turn was just Masterpiece. Making 1 silver just as a way to get some villagers there, but I don't know if that was worth it. Or would have been worth it. Those are fine, I think. I don't know if it's the absolute best thing there, but certainly not unreasonable. Hmm. Need. Trash is a horse. Interesting. Maybe they just had to. I think my fear is just that they kind of have better pile out control before scoring really takes place. Because the piles are gonna probably the markets will get close, and then then the recruiter's threat is just right there. So I think that's a potential issue for sure. Second trove may have been too early. I could believe that quite easily. Also, how this turn is going to go is going to depend quite a bit on where we draw the gold. So see, he's just hitting the markets, which is fine. I don't need like that many buys. That's not really the issue. I dislike the lighthouse, I think. See, this is scary, so now I don't have the gold still. I mean, there are some things we can do. So we would really like to play the recruiters. I don't totally hate losing this. Now, if we repeatedly don't find the thing, then we'll have some issues. Okay. This may just be way too much junk. I may not actually have the trashing to keep up with this. We'll find out. Second trove was probably a mistake. I'm not really accumulating the horses in the way I would like. They're not gonna get to like $30, so that's not emptying the fives. They can probably threaten the estates. I mean, if they triple market isn't safe. I'm really not sure what the bid here is. Can I score 14 over the course of... I don't know. I don't feel like counting. I sincerely don't. I have literally no idea what the proper bid here is. Just, picked a number. I don't have any interest in calculating this here. I don't even know what I would calculate. That would give me insight. Okay. So there's me. Maybe that's premature. There's something to be said for... Well, probably we don't do it yet, but... Okay. This is good. This was all pretty good, actually. I don't hate having a point slip. I do need to count my money here. The last card I assume is like a copper. I don't really know. So I'm gonna have 4, 6. Oh, it's a supplies. Yeah, we should probably play that. I would like to buy... I would like to buy a potion. Well, I don't know what I would like to buy exactly, but... I didn't count this, so I don't know what I have. Apparently 12. Um, this is okay. I'm not sure the province by helped Marcus very much there. They aren't going to empty the estates on me anytime soon. They can't really take. They might be able to take one of the 5s. This is not a very pointy game. I mean, I don't know. Double province doesn't seem that appealing. They did get a lot of squirrels down that turn. I don't know. That didn't feel super good to me either. It would surely be good for me to get more things as squirrels. I just have been struggling to like commit to it. In the turn, there's always been something to draw, but that doesn't mean it wasn't correct to try and shift them to that play at some point. Potion is probably okay for Marcus. I mean, I need to, depending, if they don't score points here, then I can lower stuff a little bit. As long as I'm scoring some points. Like, I can get some of the markets. Like, they can't get 2 of the 5s. They could take 1 of them. The province isn't so appealing to me. Second, not a huge fan of those buys for Marcus. Doesn't seem especially threatening on any front, really, but okay. What's the last card? I mean, I'm not gonna draw it. It's just not worth it. I could skip on the bishop here. On the bishop, but I should figure out the money. I don't want to open up a pile out, but I could certainly take a market here. How many horses are in the trash? 3. Killing those poor horses. These seem pretty free. I'm going to have either 7, 11, 13, 15, or 13. It's not clear you really want to even do the... Well, you need 2 bishops, seems hard to support. You don't really have that much. I mean, you can trash coppers, but... I don't know if I can take... a market. Yeah, it's not clear you want to hold the vineyards. But you can hold the bishops, I guess. I mean, it would be nice to get to 5 buys and $25, I guess. Have some threat of pile out. But I don't need... Well, that would probably mean keeping golds and doing more draw. That's also just not easy to pile out. I guess maybe Marcus is planning on trashing the... What do I get? This is so annoying. I just clicked that. I may undo this. If I remembered what my bottom card was, I could maybe do some stuff here, but I don't. So, I don't need a top deck. Promise doesn't seem that good. Can I get to $25 next turn? If I just play everything as... Probably not at this point. I mean, I can't be that far from it. I had 15 potentially here. Well, I trashed one of the golds, so that doesn't... 25 is probably not in the cards. We could do a province. I feel like I don't want the game to last a whole lot longer. Has to kill those poor horses. This doesn't feel like how this game was supposed to go in my mind. But I could have been delusional about what you can actually do here. That's certainly possible. I was just totally wrong about what you can do, make work. We haven't really done anything particularly impressive, right, for the 13 turns. Like, this is not that good. I mean, draw's a little awkward for sure, but I don't know. If I play for a little longer game, it's probably still good to trash these. Double provinces. Okay. I mean, obviously I can't double. I don't know if Marcus can triple. I mean, they certainly added 8. Kind of depends on. They may be able to triple. I don't know. Can I triple? What did I do last time? I had it $8, but I trashed a couple coppers just now. Probably not. I don't know if maybe Marcus is just going to triple. That could certainly be what's going to happen here. We're not finding gold again, which is a little sad. I mean, I don't have anything like triple. Could be a problem. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I kind of wasn't really counting my money up very well. Well, anyway, this is not anywhere near triple. So we don't have to worry about it now. I don't know if Marcus will get to triple or not. I guess they might. I think I definitely played the game incorrectly at this point. Like if Marcus plays the recruiters and trashes the provinces or whatever, and then yeah, probably getting to triple. Needed a little bit so that they couldn't just. Actually, I don't know what I was stopping by doing that, if anything. Probably not right. I should have bishoped or I should have squirreled the bishop and then just been in a position empty. Like he's just gonna have $24 here. I assume you just recruit trash whatever, some non-money producing thing, or like maybe you have enough. I don't know. Maybe you have enough coppers to afford it. Maybe you already have the 24 in hand. I don't know. I'm pretty surprised that they didn't trash province there. Maybe they're worried they're not going to get there. I don't know. I don't know the deck content well enough to say. But it seems like a thing you would have trashed province there. Doesn't look like it'll matter. But the copper trash looked pretty weird to me. I don't know. It was in hand, of course, but yeah, that was unfortunate in whatever ways. I definitely didn't play the end game real clean. I think they kind of messed up to give me a chance somewhere in the provincing and some of the buys in there. And then I don't think I kind of found once they'd kind of given me a foot back into the game, I don't think I really found the path to closing it out at all. This is a really nice 5-2. I guess I'll go with Enchantress. Not totally clear to me. Payload is a little weak here. You can either try to do charm stuff or like, I'm not sure. Merchant ship gaining, charming for merchant ship gaining distant lands, stuff like that is possible. But with Honey Lodge and things. Sure. Pick a big hand. Didn't find the sanctuary. Unfortunate. This was like a really pretty miserable draw. given what I had kind of that I haven't paired. Yeah, this is not it so far. I'm not super happy with any of this, but so this is either second charm, not second charm, sanctuary. I guess that's probably sanctuary. Could be hunting lodge, but I'm just not. I mean, the estate stuff is bad so far. Like, really bad. I don't even know why it's so bad, but it's real bad. I mean, right now I have the actions I could maybe think about taking. Sure. Thanks for the will-o-wisp. I would like a charm for sure here if I hit 5. It may be that the Blessed Village there should have been another enchantress. I've had really good opening splits, and then this game has been fine. I think I'm still ahead, but not quite the reshuffles. That's pretty unfortunate for, oh, I don't know. This is really good. um, Gotta figure out. I would like another charm. I'm just trying to think if I can afford it this time. I got a wisp hit. I don't think they can really necessarily expect ooh, that's rough. That's definitely rough. I needed to find another blessed village before I just because I drew Enchantress and the merchant ship, which was ideal, but that or an additional sanctuary, we would have gotten through deck there and gotten another 5. But I don't know. This isn't a very good great turn for them either, really. This silvers, they're all about this silvers, I guess. Like what are the odds? The wisp is pretty unlikely to hit, but there are some potential upsides to getting the villages down. Though here it just doesn't really matter. I can leave the honey lodge on top, I guess. We want to go 555, which seems pretty good to me. Guess I can start thinking about doing distant lands. I can't go like super higher on the charms. But I can probably do another one. There's something to be said for doing duchies over distant lands since I do have the sanctuaries. Well, it's fewer points, right? And we have the villages as well. I mean, there's something to be said for it later on when the game might be ending. Certainly. They can buy a copper to even up the copper keep points. I could have thought about buying a copper there and trust that I'll be able to sanctuary it away, but it's a little scary to do it that way. I mean, even this hand is already potentially a little scary. You can draw into the charms and not hit the honey lodges. Though it's, you know, it's fairly unlikely. Lots of enchantresses. The enchantresses don't do so much if you ever discard with a honey lodge, right? I mean, they do a little bit, but I guess it's a sanctuary. It could have, it was probably fairly safe to have done a village, blessed village there, but it also probably didn't matter at all. Doesn't we need more merchant ships than 3? Like, do we care if we ever buy a province? Like I said, I could split the difference here a little bit and do a duchy, but oh, even another. Wowzers. I could pick one of them if I think there's gonna be action issues. Which I don't necessarily think is a problem. Is that likely? But I have one merchant guild, merchant ship that was duration last time I'd be playing then again. So I'm technically kind of cutting it close on the action front, but and there I could have purchased a copper again, I guess. I don't really mind just running out the $5 ways of scoring points. Here. Instead of trying to do something to get a pile out, which is my one of the flaws in my play. Like, they can be able to have some. I could even do Enchantress, though that's maybe a little scary. Merchant ship leaves us. It just leaves us with a fewer gains. So let me think. I ended the turn with 5 actions last turn, and then I added 4 plus 5s. I think I can even cantrip a Blessed. This may run into issues with draw, but otherwise is pretty okay. It's fine. Yeah, this is still okay. What do they have? They have 6 charms now. Well, they're not emptying the duchies, that's for sure. How many of these did I get down for? So there's one still in deck. Might be able to do 8 5s, but have to score a lot of points. They can certainly take copper back if they're finishing. Can score 10 points with 2 buys. I need to not leave a pile out. I should try not to leave a pile. So I think they may have 8 5 gains in them. Of course, the Enchantresses can also go. I wonder if I had a win. If I play my deck turn differently, I can probably empty. I guess I have a win. I don't know if they'll. No, that takes $9. What am I talking about? So I mean, if I go up to 30 points, if there are 3, 3, and 6 duchies left, surely this is like I mean, I could take 4 duchies, I guess. 4 duchies gets me up pretty high. That doesn't feel like the play, but because I know they can do the copper thing if they draw and pile. I'm just super confused about exactly how much they can get. It's probably not 8 5s. Probably just 7. I mean, if they can pile and win here, I guess more power to them. Honey Lodge is a real issue for them. A little bit. I could get some awkward sequencing here. Because if the duchies don't line up with the sanctuaries, that'll be a big problem. But at the same time, yeah. I don't even technically have like, not technically isn't the word. I don't even have really game ending threat on my turn if they don't lower certain things, but they have to lower things to do something. So they can get a bunch of duchies, not too many, and like a province, maybe something like that. I guess they don't have that much money. Next turn, they'll be a little better on the money. And they must have a charm bottom decked as well. They can just like delay, but they don't make up a lot of the points ground, and so it's not so. This was very, very good. So far it's good, except that I have too many of the hunting lodges in that hand right now. Like way too many. Gotta think, we may want to save one of them. Really, they have a couple. I don't know exactly the count. There may be a chance to draw back around to it. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing, is these are all gonna play, so. Okay, so I can get. I mean, if I do like 5 duchies, that's a little scary. 5 duchies, 4 duchies. But it's the way. I mean, they can just province. I guess that's their other option for scoring. I mean, I could province, I guess. I take 12 points here. I could even take like distant lands and a bunch of duchies. It's funny, I can only end it if I do. I don't even know if it's possible for me to end it in 2 turns. Well, it's certainly possible. How many provinces? And if I take 4 duchies, then I do have some risk of failing to draw. Depending on sequence. I mean, if you get everything out before you play the last hunting lodge, then you're okay, but then Marcus is pretty much all on keep and province to. I mean, it's going to be this. It's just a question of whether. I could go distant lands Duchy Honey Lodge, and that would lower things enough to end it on my next turn. I guess the question is whether that opens up a pile out for Marcus. So that would give me 40 points. And they would be doing something like, I don't know, gain all the duchies, and that would be 12 points. And then they could take copper 10, 22, 38. They're not going to do both. They're not going to empty the provinces and or they're not going to buy a province and empty the whatevers. Oh, I can even get 3 duchies. Okay. I don't know. That seems okay-ish. They have been able to pig the research quite a lot. I don't think they can do it. I mean, I don't even think it's especially close, but it's very likely that I shouldn't have even taken the 3rd duchy, if I had to guess. Not sure. They just can't actually bring to bear all their payload that easily, because they can't they can't play their terminals and then Honey Lodge, because then they lose all this hand size. I mean, then they cannot possibly play all the charms. So it's like too much. It is not possible to play all the payload. Like, you can do 5 charms, but 6 is, I guess it was like a keep angle, but you're just not playing one of them for sure. I mean, you can do it sometimes, right? If you draw, like if he has all 6 in hand right now, maybe he can play them all, but it comes at a cost of not playing whatever other things are still in the deck there. I could have also bought a copper, I guess, to make this harder for them to do. But oh, he trashed 2 coppers. So he has to buy 3 to get the 10 points, which probably they can do. But this is going to be a long match. It's probably so far mostly on me. Max money for Marcus is like $20, I think. They can play the other merchant ship and then 6 charms. But that's no duchy gains, of course. You want probably 3 of those in duchy gains, so that takes you down to $14 already. So then that's like province, buy a 5, gain 3 duchies, buy some coppers, but that's still not a pile out, so. And it's also not enough points. Make Marcus resign? Question mark? Question mark? Yeah, like they don't even have. They can just double, but what does it matter? I mean, I could still dud, but again, double doesn't even get you all that super close. All right. Game 3. Oh boy. I didn't get the 5-2 this time. Probably Marcus's turn. Of course, if I had gotten 5-2, I'd have sombrero. So it's better this way. I don't know if this is like, do you go like page expedition? Does that work? Is that a thing? I don't know how this game works. So this is a pretty annoying board to play. Buy expedition a lot. Buy a sculptor, buy expedition a lot. Hope your travelers don't miss. Maybe you do cultist. I don't know. I guess you probably do. Kind of weird because it's a scary thing to add. The cultist is a bit scary to add when you're trying to move the travelers around. So we'll see. Like on 5-2, maybe you just do sculptor page. I guess if you have a sculptor and you've gotten some, as long as you have a villager, then the cultist stuff isn't so scary. And then maybe you just hope that you either are able to keep 1 silver pretty much all the time, or you miser. Interesting. I'm gonna not do it. No, Maybe it'll work out really well for Marcus, but I'm gonna not do it. Do I want a silver? Not super clear to me, but I think the answer is probably yes. Oh, they don't even have a sculptor. Miser, what? Okay. That's life. Get good, as they say. Do we just keep buying the journeyman? At some point, probably want another sculptor. This could either be, well, I mean, it could be a lot of things, of course. Bummer. All right. Well, we were in good shape, and then this shuffle, not as good, but still in good shape. Just by virtue of having the sculptors. Can't even play this idle, right? Like, there's too much, just too risky. There's just no reason to wins gift this. That's a first for me, I think. Seriously thinking about bishop. So maybe it should just be slay. I'm going to double journeyman. Mm. I mean, as long as I can still double journeyman, it seems okay. Well, until that happens. Hmm. It's like most of the hoppers at this point. How many of these do I have? I had maybe even drawn the states, to be honest. I don't remember what my hand was. This is slightly awkward. Do I have 1, 2, 3, 4? I have more journeymen, don't I? Well, I haven't shuffled yet, so I definitely have more, but okay. This card's 5 coppers? Wow. Maybe I top deck journeyman here. Good thing I did that. This still could go quite bad, but I shouldn't have played the idol. Like, what are the upsides even? But alas, I'm not sure I lose even if that even if I full dead here, I'm not sure that I lose. Just a ploy to get the coppers trashed. There's still 3 coppers. We'll name copper. That's all the coppers, so now we can name silver. We're gonna draw deck here. There's still 2 silvers in here. This should just draw everything. I don't know how to get the horses on top exactly. Well, I can think of a way. Is it worth it? I'm not sure. What do we double? What do we have here? Well, we don't need to double, but so we could. Where's all this money come from? I wonder if the room market was worth taking before the point where I took it for somebody. That wouldn't surprise me here. I didn't honestly notice it until that point, so I'm not sure, but I just didn't see it. Obviously you can do like really big bishop stuff here. It's totally doable. It's just like not really scoring a huge amount more than anything else. It doesn't really score a lot relative to the buying province thing. Shouldn't have played that second horse there, but I don't know that copper name is actually the thing to do at this point. But how many cards did they gain? 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably can take 4 silvers and not be too terrible. Well, we can figure it out later. Okay. Sure, let's take them. Oh, it was 5? What did I miss? Oh, the gold. And the sleigh. Oh, whatever. 7? 8? How many was it? Alright, I got confused. I didn't want that many. I didn't want that many. Actually, get another sleigh. How much? 12. I mean, I got 5, 7. Yeah, I can trash all these. Now, why I should do it, I don't know if that's. Could be wrong, but. I think this is still. I think the main point is like my turns probably score 6 points in his turns. Maybe score 10 or something, but I could have just bought sculptors rather than provinces. I think whenever I province, then probably just ended the game much faster, but. I guess realistically, if my turn does, it probably doesn't score 6 points. It probably scores more like 8 or 10. Marcus is going for the fountain points, which of course is a good chunk of points. This turn I'll be able to top deck like 8 horses, and I would probably not do anything stupid. I just kept doing dumb things to like make my consistency worse. I don't know about the miser opening. Maybe he bottom decked. I was not watching his shuffles very closely. So maybe Marcus just bottom deck stuff a bunch. And I had pretty good draws off the expeditions because I drew the page turn 3, was able to expedition again, and then I think I even drew the treasure hunter the next turn too. But okay, so there's tomb and keep. Animal Fair. We've had a very landmarky set. You can do draw deck stuff for sure, plus a bunch of force stuff. But in the end, your money is like, it's basically money by payload, right? There's no trickery as far as the gaining is concerned here. $5-2 seems pretty good. I don't know what you get. We'll go with the 2 squires. Seems reasonable. Yeah, I guess coin is pretty bad right now. Sellers, likewise, not that great. None of them are great on the open, actually, but still probably worth trying. Now I should figure out if I want to do the junk dealer or if I'm happy enough with my churches to just go straight to the paddock. Obviously, you can like keep gaining stuff to trash. In that sense, you can make a golden deck with the tomb. There's ways to like gain silvers, kind of a poor man's bishop, though non-terminally you can trash horses as well. Seems pretty good to be thinner. Yeah, I don't think Necro does a whole lot for you. I'll need to get a squire soon. Obviously, I had a very good shuffle. I guess I can still hold off as long as I have 5 here. It's not a big deal. I don't need to trash the... I don't have to trash it yet. Probably this will be the squire turn. Setting aside whatever. Like, why do they have so many points? Oh, it's because of the keep stuff. Yeah, coin is reasonable just on the back of keep partly, but wonder. Let's see the squire. Relic doesn't look that appealing. Get 1 coin here. We probably can get to 7 this turn and do... I don't really love... nobles. I'm not sure I follow the nobles exactly. How much money do we want to try and get to? Seven would be great. Gotta think this through though. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we don't need to. We could have trashed there another card, but this is okay. Probably want to shoot for 10 this turn. We can get it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're gonna need... I want to think about... We can either church... I mean, we don't have to have 10. 9 is pretty good too. We can also go for a animal fair here if we want. Well, yeah, I mean, we still can. We'll do it next turn. Do need to animal fair, I think, now. I guess maybe the scholar is bad, but doesn't seem that bad to me. I don't like relic. I don't even think you want a free relic, even though it's worth 5 points, I guess. Well, okay, so that makes it a little more appealing, but... And the attack will hit this turn for sure, so... That's not nothing at all. Hopefully we find the... something. We're gonna get one card, so... Most likely it'll just be a squire, but... Actually, if I'm gonna do... Let me see if... this will be... Marcus will be... Whatever about that. Let me try this. I wonder why they chose to play the church. I must be missing something. Don't know what that was for, but... we can live with it. Buy 2 paddocks. They don't get any animal fairs, which I find quite odd. It's a little bit odd, I find it. Where are we in piles? I'm all about the buys right now. Okay. They didn't add any animal affairs either. But what are the... Can't... Well, if I village, they get The most they can get is, well, quite a bit. They can get 9 buys. Not if I don't empty the panics, though. So I can, well, there are a lot of options. For sure. But one of these will be actions. And then the others can be buy or whatever. I don't think we're going to get a silver. This is a little risky. I mean, what are the pile outs? They could do churches, I guess. That still takes quite a bit. Well, I'm gonna leave 1 paddock, so that's not gonna be all that much of a thing. They can do 9 buys, but they can only do 7 if they have to play a square fraction. They're not gonna have the village effect. Oh, they just don't have anything. Okay. So it definitely seems possible that I can get paddocks and animal fairs here. Which would be, and then I would need like a province probably. Well, if I do it on squares, then I can get points off that as well. And I can always buy. Well, I don't know where the copper sitch is. They have 2 copper. Anyway, there are ways to score on keep as well. For sure. I don't know that I'll have the buys necessarily to make it happen. I don't think 8 buys is sufficient. Nine buys likely is. Now whether I have the, well, I'll have the money. I'll have the money. 9 buys probably does it, so. Well, you have to have a bunch of actions in hand as well, but. I think you just do this bit like this. There's some other things you could consider doing. But I think you just do it like this. I have 4 animal affairs, so that's 5 buys. So then I would need 2 squires played for plus buy. I would need a bunch of horses in hand, I guess. Oh yeah, the nobles, that'll help. There's still another paddock in here. I was gonna say, at that point, I think it was just guaranteed. 9 buys gives us, so we get 7, 21. We win by a point here. We score 6 points. Score 12 points here. That was pretty cool. There are probably other wins, but that one was pretty cool. Okay. This is a bit awkward. No. Maybe you just skip torture. Or you could get 1. Do you demand patron? Is that like better than opening with one of the 5s? I'm gonna miraculously play a bunch of tortures here. Like, it's possible to play more than 1 on a turn, but see, that's what they did. Well, they had a slightly different split than me, so I think that makes total sense. Whether it's the play, it probably is pretty good here too. I may get a altar out of it. Pretty unlikely at this point, but I wonder if you buy a cartographer. Is it no? It's look at. Okay. There's got to be like some limit on the patrons, though, right? Surely the answer is not all the patrons. I know it can't be torture because there's guide. I mean, you can buy a torture. That's not what I'm saying, but it can't be heavy torture. That doesn't make sense. That just doesn't make sense here. I don't believe. My altar misses, but it's not a huge deal. I wasn't like really gonna buy anything here anyway. sure. I mean, this is basically removing a curse from the pile. Now, if I'd known that, of course, I could have got a 4 or a 3. I could have ordered this differently, but I could have also just chosen better, I guess. Or I should have just known that they were pretty likely to do that. Market Square does seem like a totally reasonable get. Okay. Guess this this doesn't pay Trump. Playing this patron didn't matter. Let me think. Do they play 2 tortures? I can still just toss everything and guide. It's like a reasonable. I'll probably guide anyway. I need to keep patron in hand for now. What are the things to keep in hand? Not the altar. Probably not the guide. These are like the remodel targets. If that's going down anyway. Could have kept the estate versus the patron there. Wouldn't have been crazy at all to do that, but we will have some palace stuff. There may be some palace calculation at the end, which is going to be annoying, but what can you do? Not a whole lot. Okay. Good guide draw there. The patron, I mean, I could province, which isn't terrible. I do feel like they're gonna reach a point where the tortures are a bit in the way. Maybe that's not now, but I can probably guide this is okay. Not like the best use of guide ever. No villagers. May get one back, but may also just have the altar. See, when I play governor to gain gold, we're both going to go up in points. They're going to get the silver and I'll get the gold, so doesn't like score either of us points until things start getting trashed. Then the numbers get weird. So I could go for a market square here. Did get a little bit back. Oh, a double. That's nice. I can also just remodel and wait. I don't know exactly what they're gonna get done, but I feel like I need them to not have a super good turn anyway for me to have a shot here. So I'm gonna do, I can think about, I don't know what their hand looks like, of course. I was pretty much just banking on them having a sufficiently bad hand. I don't know that that's going to cut it. So I can get... Unfortunately, I'm just going to deliver them things which can most likely score them points. And I don't have the governor stuff to do in hand yet. There wasn't really a good way. I mean, I basically have to try and win now, but I don't think I'm going to get there. This is unfortunate. I need to find... Well, I need quite a number of things to go my way here. I think it's possible if I find it, if I had this hand and the provinces were governor and I probably need 2 governors. I don't even know how many governors I have. This seems unlikely to work. This still doesn't end it even. And this is like fine, but not really. I mean, I can go for big plaza stuff now and see. I didn't call the guy. I assume that we each have 5. They're also gonna almost certainly have like a patron to defensively trash Red Duchy here, and also just have the money in hand to win. I mean, I can play to them not having a province, or not being able to get to province, but that seems stupid because they have 2 villagers. They have the torturers. Yeah, they'll be able to draw $8. So can I mean, I can end it now and buy... I'll get... How much is Palace worth? worth. I get 3. I mean, I can score 15 now, but I need to score. Need to score more than 15. As you might have noticed. I can score. Well, the guy's not doing me any good. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One more dollar and I can score enough, but it assumes that Marcus can't do anything to score, which is quite unlikely. Nearly impossible, in fact. But I am basically a dollar short of a tie in hand, because I can almost go province, double province, duchy, gold. But I'm a dollar short right now. And I don't think I have 6 governors. I mean, I don't believe I won the split like that at all. That seems unlikely. Yeah, it looks like 5-5. So this is it. This can't work. I need the market square. I need everything. So it's basically your resign. I don't know what like max duchy looks like for me here. Yeah, there's like 2 scenarios that can help you out. You can draw the governor altar pair earlier and play it as a way of decreasing the chance that they can score off your trash. So it also hurts your ability to draw deck. And I don't know what these last 3 cards are, but I expect that they're some money, so... was all money of one sort or another. Like, this isn't a great mystery. Will Marcus be able to buy province off this hand? This 10 card hand that has additional draw in it for sure. I guess he has to double now, but doesn't really even have to double. Yeah, it was like a long shot for me to pull out the tie there. Extremely long shot. I guess I think with stacking I can get both market squares activated. Though maybe that's not much different than playing one of them and buying a duchy. It's not, right? Score-wise, it's not really different. So, not sure that it does a whole lot for me. Okay, Secret Cave. There's a Patron Steward, looks pretty good. I guess Workshop Steward is... Devil's Workshop Steward is also a possibility. I think both are pretty reasonable. Taking a gold early is not terrible here. Or getting a gold is not terrible here. Collision is probably
I mean, collision's fine in either case.
Truthfully. You could also go steward. Anyway, I'm going to try this. Activation, of course, will be... But Devil's Workshop is probably a little slower on activation, or at least potentially, because you can probably just buy this stuff and get an activation pretty quick with trashing. 5-2 is not especially good here. So you get an encampment. I guess they probably had 5-2. I don't think you would choose to buy the encampment that way. If I draw this C, okay, so this is... Well, no, that's not right. That's not true, I mean. I don't have a sixth. We do need a sixth somehow. Somehow is not a mystery. It's not too hard to get. So it's either, you can either go encampment, candlestick maker, or you can go double encampment, which doesn't activate, but probably gets you another trash. Or you can go, you can just get a gold. I don't think is crazy. This will be discard by encampment. Maybe she would have been better to go encampment candlestick maker there, and then have 2 encampments going into the shuffle. Don't. Oh, that was their first one. Okay. This could go very, very good. It did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the trash. Okay. So probably gain the werewolf. You probably just want to wish for the outpost. May end up wishing for a candlestick maker as well. I mean, you can wish for different stuff. This should be pretty rough now. Not that it wasn't already. We want to trash. I think here we just go with this. I don't have steward, otherwise I guess I could do some more. So the question is, do we get an encampment or just a regular old city, I think? Or actually, I mean, the other possibility is to get a candlestick maker. I guess we might as well wish for a candlestick maker. I mean, it could be a nomad camp. It's just not much better than a candlestick maker. I guess we can check the money this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is pretty good already. Technically 7. So 7's pretty good already. Let's get the villager. And then this next turn we should be able to get the trash in. As well as help, you know, all this stuff. Yeah, totally fair. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Yada, yada, yada. Catch y'all later. Have a good day.